Well, boys, it's time to get out my 357. 357? Yep, it's a knife. That's right. It's the TS357 Max Tkachuk. Max Chuck. I always call him Max Chuck. Max. Don't want to say your last name because I will mispronounce it, even though he actually verbally said his name on my Instagram messaging. I cannot replicate it because I don't speak Ukrainian. So it's the 357, by the way. Max did it, and Max has done a couple of knives recently for TwoSun, and this is one of them. And this is micarta. This is titanium, and look, they did nice little pattern on here. That's kind of cool. And I was looking at this. I mean, the flow is nice on it. The design flow. Blade to handle length's really good. And then I was looking at this screw at the end, right? I got two of them, by the way. I got them from TwoSun Knives because I'm gonna pass them on to Max. So I'm gonna send these to Max. He ought to at least get a copy of what the hell he designed. And I'm gonna send him some other stuff and a couple of other TwoSun knives that I just did recently that are his design as well. So, but this one came in and I noticed how light it is, but the ergos are like nothing, okay? They're just whoosh, easy. But this is pretty wild blade, but you know, then I was thinking, look at this. I mean, this actually, when you don't have a flipper tab, you don't have the damn thing standing like this. You know, flipper tabs can be, right? And you got, well, here's my contact patch. Now I got to get off the board to get the flipper tab clearance so I can. But this one, and then it makes you think, this, I don't know if he considered this to be like that kind of a full contact blade, like where you could do chopping and stuff in the kitchen, you know, food prep, things like that. Although it's D2. Okay, so it's not 14C, so it's 12% chromium, not 14% chromium. So it's a semi-stainless, which, you know, and then recently I've heard some people bitching on my reviews about why are they doing D2 all of a sudden? I don't know. I mean, sometimes it can be supply chain issues, like they just can't get some of the Sandvik steels right now, or this or that. I don't know. But I would probably prefer, and then, you know, if they do them in 14C, people bitch that it's not in D2. Because there's people that like D2. But I would say that I'm thinking that they would be wise if they can to get back on the 14C train. I prefer a little bit higher corrosion resistance, a true stainless myself. And this thing, I just saw that White Mountain Knives posted these on their site for sale. They must have got a whole new group of TwoSun models in. You need to watch for that because then you can buy them from White Mountain. You can get 10% off, free shipping, no tax, and you can have it in 3 days. Seems like a lot of good reasons to do that, right? And this one posts at $79 before discount. So you'll get $7.90 off, $7.90. So that's $8, right? So $71, 71 something delivered. That seems pretty reasonable. Not just because, not D2 necessarily. You can get D2 in less expensive formats, but you're getting a titanium pocket clip, and I think this is reversible. See how they've squared around that? I'm going, yeah, I think. We're going to check that out in a little bit, but I think so. And then the hardware is actually pretty nice. Micarta, okay. And then this is titanium here, so the backspacer and all this stuff. Where's my magnet? Oh, yeah, there's nothing there. Nope. Oh, it grabbed onto the hardware, though. Okay. But no, nothing there. Nothing there. Whole lot of no. Oh, we got a blade. Yeah, you know, that blade is magnetic. Amazing as that may seem. And so, yeah, these hardware stuff. But not the backspacer, not these lines. And another thing that kind of adds value as far as I'm concerned, it really should be an automatic for anybody using titanium as liners like this. It's a hardened steel insert, and it's in there, and we'll take this apart. Because he's going to have two of them, so if I mess one up, tough luck. No, I won't mess it up. But you know what? A lot of jimping here. Check this out. This is pretty rugged stuff. And then this thumb disc. Whew. Baby. And this is not, I mean, see, I thought, okay, is this a front flipper? Are they trying to do that? See, they need to come out here if they were going to do that. But I can't do it. I can't front flip this knife. I'm sitting here pushing now. But I can use a thumb disc and I can kick it open. So as far as I'm concerned, I think it's just the thumb disc, which may turn some people off because there's some people got to have like 3 or 4 different ways to deploy it because they want a fidget factor, etc. But here we go. Lanyard hole on this as well. Micarta, not too bad. Did you look at this other one? Check it out. A little bit different look on the micarta, isn't it? Of course, they were soaked in oil. But this is a little bit more lighter colored in these bands here. It's a little darker. It kind of varies. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful that blade. Whoops. Here we go. Okay. Got to be careful it doesn't land on you. It probably wouldn't actually. This is all unsharpened. So you may not have to be as careful as I am being here, right? Because, okay, yeah. So maybe a little bit more fidget friendly than, but I just got these in yesterday, and so I hadn't been spending much time with it, just enough to kind of get an essence of it. But the design flow feels light, feels really light. Let's put this on the scale. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but it just feels so lightweight. Okay, what do we got? Grams. It's 103 grams. It's not ultra lightweight, but that's not bad, I imagine. Okay, hold on, one more. Okay, 3.6. Okay. Well, 3.6 ounces ain't bad for, this is supposed to be a 3.6 inch blade. Boys, that's more than 3.6 inch. That's 3.75 right there, and it even gets more as you go up because the bolster slopes downwards. But 3.75 and cutting edge is close to 3.75 at what, 96 millimeters. 8 1/4 overall length at 21 centimeters. So that's a blade. Okay. And for 3.6, that's pretty good. Let's see what my blade stock is here. Probably 3 millimeters. Yeah, it's 3 millimeters at 0.11, and that seems incredible. That's almost 6/10 of an inch, 14.8 millimeters. That seems fat to me. That's weird. And it's kind of weird that it's that light and the handle's that thick, but you know, it just feels light. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a lot. You know what? There probably is a lot of weight relieving. Yeah. We'll know more when we take it apart, but yeah, there's a lot of weight relieving going on in there. But ergos, great. Reverse grip, great. I just think, you know, for what? You're netting out at about $70 for the whole deal. I think it'd be great for kitchen prep duty. And I'm usually not disappointed by the edge on TwoSun knives. By and large, and I can name a lot of brands, by and large, they're sharper out of the box than most other knives. that I put on my desk. I mean, I don't care about what was I doing. I don't care about what their brand name is or their price range. Yeah, this is a pretty good factory edge, and maybe a little on the plus side of factory edge as far as sharpness goes. Now that I've cut that whole piece up, but drop, nice. Ceramic bearings, I'm sure, is what we'll run into here. And ease of operation, I mean, there's your lockup. That's 35 to 40%. There is a height differential there, and it's pretty easy to disengage that dog. And like I was saying, you know, I don't think you're going to get cut if you get your thumb up here like that, right? So you can catch it and make it pretty fidget friendly. Just don't back too far down, because if you do back too far down, yeah, you could probably get some blade. So yeah, just stay up here. Yeah, and you'll be good. Well, I think we got all number 8s. So where do we begin, actually? Most of the time, and see, I'm wondering if this is a captured pivot up here. So I gave it a little pressure. It didn't kick loose, but this did. Okay. So backside, once again, it's usually the backside. And we'll take a look at that pivot when we get this apart. But yeah, it's probably a captured pivot. So that's why it wasn't spinning. And don't rip up your damn wrench or your hardware on the knife trying it. Just try the other side first. Be a little careful about that. Okay, so now we're going to come through with this, and let's see how long this screw is. Is it not, or is it really long? Okay, hold on. Well, it let go of this, so okay, I think it's a really long screw. Okay, so let go of this, which means, okay, hold on. Okay, so can it come through the other way? I'm just checking to see if it's reversible, and I think it is, folks. I mean, that's why they machined around it. Okay, hold on. I think that's why they machined around the space there to give it a place to land here. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay. There it is right there. You see that? So yeah, I think it is. You just got to tighten it down. Although you might be able to move it a little bit. I'll have to see if you can really lock it down tighter than that. I didn't see that it was moving the other way. And that's can be the problem with a one screw type deal. Oh, when I get to reassembly, I'll check that. But it wasn't moving on the other side. All right, so what do we got? We got micarta and we got juice, don't we? Wow, this thing was really juiced up when I got it from TwoSun. Okay, now no internal screws here, but okay. Let's open you up and get my hands away from that blade. Okay, so we've got a stop, and we've got a hardened steel insert with ceramic detamp ball, and we definitely juiced it up. Okay, and then we got backspacer here, this titanium, that comes off real easy. Oh, no wonder it's so light. They machined the crap out of it. I mean, they just didn't weight relieve it, they skeletonized it. And that's some pretty thick chunk of change there. What's that, 1 point something? Ooh, baby, that's more than that. That's like 2.4 millimeter. .09. Okay. I mean, I think I've seen 2mm thick liners, but that's pretty hardy. And there you go with the race in there, in that washer, ceramic bearings, which look a little different than the standard stuff I've been seeing lately. And then, of course, these screws come through. And there's your spacer, which can come off if you want to take it off. And definitely skeletonized. But those are some thick dogs. Almost makes it feel like it's a titanium frame lock that just has micarta inlay scales, you know? That's kind of how it feels to me. But it's, wow, that is light. That's lightweight for what it is. And of course, here's our pivot that, you know, we tried the front side first and it didn't move. And we didn't put too much pressure on it, but here's why. It's not going to move because it's captured, okay? And so is it, yeah, it's a little squared off area here. Let me look at the other side. See, that's not squared off. But this is here, if you look inside where the washer is. Come here. Pull the washer off. See there? Squared off there, so that'll keep it from turning. Okay, so here's the one that I did not disassemble. Here's the one that I reassembled. Let me check this pocket clip. Yeah, I can move it. You know, and that's probably the joy of having a fibrous micarta material and a single screw. Yeah, you can move that. And there's not much I can do about that. It's reversible. You know, how much is it going to move as just a result of normal handling? Probably not much or very little at all. But that's a tough situation there. I think I'd have thrown 2 screws in it and called it good and had them both maybe come out of the liner into, you know, made this a little deeper here, had a second screw or maybe a little pin come up, if you've ever seen a pin come up from the titanium liner and go under a little holder or divot in the pocket clip, and then you actually had a screw as well, but you had another position pin that would actually have a second way to grab that pocket clip, because yeah, that's what I would have done, because yeah, that clip will move on both these knives. Yeah, not a problem. Yikes. Okay. All right. Clean this blade up. Now I smeared it up with everything. But it's a 357. Lightweight, easy to kick open, very inexpensive, and a world-renowned designer. These will be coming to you, Max, in Ukraine. Hope they arrive safely, and I'll include some other items in that box. You know we do, boys. We love them knives. See you guys. Stay sharp.